हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज की इस वीडियो में हम क्लास 9th साइंस इस बुक में से कार्बन एन इम्पोर्टेंट एलिमेंट इस लेसन के क्वेश्चंस सॉल्व करेंगे। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। क्लास 9th साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी चैप्टर 13 एक्सरसाइज टेक्स्ट बुक क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर्स। Question 1. Select the proper option and complete the statements. 1. A carbon atom forms a covalent bond with other atoms. In this bond the two atoms share electrons. 2. All the carbon bonds in a saturated hydrocarbon share electrons. 3. At least one carbon bond in an unsaturated hydrocarbon is multiple. 4. Carbon is the essential element in all the organic compounds. 5. The element hydrogen is present in all organic compound. Question 2. Answer the following questions. 1. Why are carbon and its compounds used as fuels? Answer. 1. The name carbon is derived from Latin word carbo meaning coal. In the Earth's crust, carbon is present to an extent of approximately 0.27% in the form of carbonate, coal and petroleum. One of the non-crystalline and amorphous form of carbon is coal. Coal is a fossil fuel. 2. Peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracite are the four types of coal in the increasing order of their carbon content and heat produced respectively. Charcoal and coke are the other amorphous forms of carbon used as fuel. 3. Compounds of carbon such as hydrocarbons consists of carbon and hydrogen and they are easily combustible. For example, methane, CH4, which occurs in natural gas is highly inflammable. It burns by reacting with oxygen to give a bluish flame. In this reaction 213 kcal of heat is given out. Methane burns completely. 4. Thus when hydrocarbons are burnt in air, large amount of heat is evolved with formation of carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O. Due to evolution of heat on combustion, carbon and its compounds are used as fuels. 2. In which compound forms does carbon occur? Answer. Carbon in its combined state exists as various compounds such as 1. Carbon dioxide and in the form of carbonates such as calcium carbonate, marble, calamine, ZnCO3. 2. Fossil fuel coal, petroleum, natural gas. 3. Carbonaceous nutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, fats. 4. Natural fibers, cotton, wool, silk. 5. Hydrocarbons compound of carbon and hydrogen. 3. Write the uses of diamond. Answer. Uses of diamonds are 1. Diamonds are used in glass cutting and rock drilling machines. 2. Diamonds are used in ornaments. 3. Diamond knives are used in the eye surgery. 4. Diamond dust is used for polishing other diamonds. 5. Diamond is used to make windows giving protection from radiation in space and in artificial satellites. Question 3. Explain the difference. 1. Diamond and graphite. Answer is given directly. 2. Crystalline and non-crystalline forms of carbon. Answer is given directly. Question 4. Write scientific reasons. 1. Graphite is a conductor of electricity. Answer. 1. In graphite, each carbon is bonded to 3 other carbon atoms in such a way that a hexagonal layered structure is formed. 2. Due to this structure, graphite has free electrons available. 3. These free electrons move continuously within the entire layer. 4. Hence graphite is a good conductor of electricity. 2. Graphite is not used in ornaments. Answer. 1. Graphite is a black, soft, brittle and dull form of carbon. 2. It is neither malleable nor ductile. 3. These properties of graphite make it unsuitable for the making of ornaments. 4. Hence graphite is not used for making ornaments. 3. Lime water turns milky when CO2 is passed through it. Answer. 1. Lime water traditionally means a weak solution of the alkali calcium hydroxide. 2. When CO2 is passed through lime water, it reacts with calcium hydroxide to form insoluble particulates, precipitate, of calcium carbonate CaCO3. 3. Calcium carbonate is weak basic salt, and this gives a milky white impression. Answer is given directly. 4. Biogas is an eco-friendly fuel. Answer. 1. Biogas is formed by decomposition of animal dung, dry leaves, wet garbage in a biogas plant. 2. This produces methane gas, also called biogas. 3. Biogas is a very cheap fuel option which meets the demand for cooking gas. 4. Biogas is eco-friendly as it contains about 55% to 60% of methane and rest is carbon dioxide, hence on combustion it does not produce harmful gases which cause pollution. 5. Biogas is a fuel which is convenient to use, and in addition to this it produces a very good manure as a side product of the process. 6. Hence biogas is an eco-friendly fuel. Question 5. Explain the following. 1. Diamond, graphite and fullerenes are crystalline forms of carbon. Answer. Carbon exhibits a property of allotropy in which an element exists in more than one form in nature. The chemical properties of these different forms are the same, but their physical properties are different. Carbon exists in crystalline as well as non-crystalline. Amorphous form. Crystalline form has a regular and definite arrangement of atoms. They have high melting points and boiling points. A crystalline form has a definite geometrical shape, sharp edges, and plane surfaces. Carbon has 3 crystalline allotropes such as diamond, graphite, and fullerene. In the structure of diamond, every carbon atom is bonded to 4 neighboring atoms by covalent bonds. Therefore, diamond has a tetragonal 3-dimensional structure, which makes it very hard. Brilliant and pure diamond is the hardest natural substance. In the structure of graphite, every carbon atom in graphite is bonded to 3 other carbon atoms in such a way that a hexagonal layered structure is formed. A graphite crystal is made of many sheets or layers of carbon atoms. These layers slip over each other on applying pressure. One layer of graphite is called graphene. Fullerene is rarely found in nature. It is found in soot and in interstellar space. The first example of fullerene is Buckminster fullerene, C60. This allotrope of carbon is named fullerene after the architect. Richard Buckminster Fuller, because the structure of C60 resembles the structure of the geodesic dome he designed. Molecules of fullerenes are found in the form of buckyballs and buckytubes. There are 30 to 900 carbon atoms in one molecule of a fullerene. C60, C70, C76, C82 and C86 are other examples of fullerene. Their molecules occur in small numbers in soot. 2. Methane is called marsh gas. Answer. Methane is formed by the decomposition of plant and animal matter in swamps or marshy areas. As methane gas bubbles out from marshy area, it is called as marsh gas. 3. Petrol, diesel, coal are fossil fuels. Answer. 1. A fossil fuel is a fuel formed by natural processes, such as anaerobic decomposition of buried dead organisms. Fossil fuels contain high percentages of carbon. The word carbon is derived from the Latin word carbo meaning coal. 2. Coal is formed from the remains of trees and other vegetation. Approximately 350 million years ago, these remains were trapped on the bottom of swamps, accumulating layer after layer and creating a dense material called peat. As this peat was buried under more and more ground, the high temperature and pressure transformed it into coal. 3. Petrol and diesel are obtained from mineral oil. Mineral oil, also called as crude oil or petroleum oil, is formed from the remains of plant and animal that lived in the seas millions of years ago. This plant and animal matter has been drawn down and subjected to extremes of temperature and pressure over millions of years ago. 4. Mineral oil is commonly formed in rocks under the seabed. The word petroleum is derived from Latin word rock oil. Petrol and diesel are obtained from mineral oil by the process called as fractional distillation. Thus petrol, diesel and coal are fossil fuels. 4. Uses of various allotropes of carbon. Answer. Allotropic nature of carbon. Some elements occur in nature in more than one form. The chemical properties of these different forms are the same, but their physical properties are different. This property of elements is called allotropy. Carbon shows the property of allotropy. Carbon allotropes are of two types. A. Crystalline forms. Carbon has 3 crystalline allotropes: diamond, graphite and fullerene. Properties of crystalline forms of carbon are as follows. 1. A crystalline form has a regular and definite arrangement of atoms. 2. They are made up of only carbon atoms. 3. They have high melting points and boiling points. 4. A crystalline form has a definite geometrical shape, sharp edges and plane surfaces. B. Amorphous forms or non-crystalline. Coal, charcoal, coke are the non-crystalline forms of carbon. Properties of non-crystalline forms of carbon are as follows. 1. The arrangement of carbon atoms in this form is not regular. 2. Apart from carbon atoms, they also contain hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur atoms. 3. Compared to crystalline form, they have low melting and boiling points. 4. Most of them are used as fuels. Five. Use of CO2 in fire extinguisher. Answer. 1. A fire extinguisher contains sodium bicarbonate powder. There is also dilute sulfuric acid placed in a glass capsule. On pressing the knob, the capsule breaks and sulfuric acid comes in contact with the sodium bicarbonate. The two reacts chemically to release CO2, which comes out. 2. CO2-based fire extinguishers do not cause corrosion and are non-conductors of electricity. Therefore, they are used when electrical and electronic equipment catches fire. 3. CO2-based fire extinguishers are used to extinguish small-scale fire. It is beyond their capacity to extinguish a big fire. 4. In modern fire extinguishers, liquid and solid CO2 is filled under pressure. On reducing the pressure, it becomes gaseous and comes out forcefully through the horn-like hose pipe. 5. Chemical reaction. Rest of the answer is given directly. 6. Practical uses of CO2. Answer. Uses of CO2 are: 1. CO2 is used to make aerated drinks. 2. CO2 obtained by chemical reaction or kept under pressure is used in fire extinguisher. 3. Liquefied CO2 is used to remove caffeine from coffee. 4. Liquid CO2 is used as solvent in modern eco-friendly dry cleaning. 5. Solid carbon dioxide is used in cold storage to keep milk and milk products and frozen substances cool during transport. Question 6. Write two physical properties each. 1. Diamond. Answer. Hardness. Diamond is one of the hardest known substances. It has a Morse hardness rating of 10, making it resistant to scratching and abrasion. Transparency. Diamonds are transparent and have a high refractive index, allowing them to sparkle and exhibit a brilliant luster. 2. Charcoal. Answer. Porosity. Charcoal is highly porous with a large surface area. This property makes it effective for adsorption and filtration applications. Brittle. Charcoal is brittle and can easily break or crumble. This physical property is a result of its porous and amorphous structure. 3. Fullerene. Answer. Molecular structure. Fullerene molecules, such as C60, Buckminster fullerene, have a unique spherical or cage-like structure composed of carbon atoms. This structure gives them interesting properties and potential applications in various fields. Conductivity. Some fullerene derivatives exhibit electrical conductivity, making them interesting materials for electronic and semiconductor applications. Question 7. Complete the following. Chemical reactions. Answer is given directly. Question 8. Write answers to the following in detail. 1. What are the different types of coal? What are their uses? Answer. Coal is a fossil fuel. It contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It also contains nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. It occurs in the solid state. It is of 4 types. 1. Peat. Formation of peat is the first step in the formation of coal. It contains a high proportion of water and less than 60% of carbon. Therefore, not much heat can be obtained from peat. 2. Lignite. Peat was transformed into lignite due to increased pressure and temperature inside the earth. It contains 60 to 70% of carbon. Lignite is the second step of the formation of coal. 3. Bituminous coal. Bituminous coal was formed as the third step of formation of coal. It contains 70 to 90% of carbon. 4. Anthracite. Anthracite is known as the pure form of coal. This coal is hard and contains about 95% of carbon. Uses of coal. 1. Coal is used as fuel in factories and homes. 2. Coal is used to obtain coke, coal gas, and coal tar. 3. Coal is used in thermal power plants for generation of electricity. 2. How will you prove experimentally that graphite is good conductor of electricity? Answer. Apparatus required: lead pencil, electrical wires, battery cell, small bulb, etc. Step 1. Remove the lead from a pencil and assemble the apparatus as shown in the diagram. Step 2. Start the electric current in the circuit. The moment the electric current is passed through the circuit, the bulb glows. This experiment proves that graphite is a good conductor of electricity, as graphite has free electrons moving continuously within the entire layer, and these free electrons conduct electricity in the lead of the pencil. 3. Explain the properties of carbon. Answer. Allotropic nature of carbon. Some elements occur in nature in more than one form. The chemical properties of these different forms are the same, but their physical properties are different. This property of elements is called allotropy. Carbon shows the property of allotropy. Carbon allotropes are of two types. A. Crystalline forms. Carbon has three crystalline allotropes: diamond, graphite, and fullerene. Properties of crystalline forms of carbon are as follows. 1. A crystalline form has a regular and definite arrangement of atoms. 2. They are made up of only carbon atoms. 3. They have high melting points and boiling points. 4. A crystalline form has a definite geometrical shape, sharp edges, and plane surfaces. B. Amorphous forms or non-crystalline. Coal, charcoal, coke are the non-crystalline forms of carbon. Properties of non-crystalline forms of carbon are as follows. 1. The arrangement of carbon atoms in this form is not regular. 2. Apart from carbon atoms, they also contain hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur atoms. 3. Compared to crystalline form, they have low melting and boiling points. 4. Most of them are used as fuels. 4. Classify carbon. Answer. Carbon is classified as follows. Answer is given directly. Question 9. How will you verify the properties of carbon dioxide? Answer. Properties of carbon dioxide can be verified in the following ways. 1. When a burning candle is placed in a gas jar of carbon dioxide, it extinguishes, indicating that carbon dioxide is a non-combustible gas and does not support combustion. 2. When carbon dioxide gas is passed through lime water, it turns lime water milky due to the formation of insoluble calcium carbonate. 3. Moist blue litmus turns red in a gas jar of carbon dioxide, indicating it is acidic in nature. 4. Carbon dioxide is fairly soluble in water. It dissolves in water, forming carbonic acid.
Great video. Mom.
Yes.
I found the good channel for study.
Great. Like the video. Share it to your school friends. Subscribe to it. But what's the channel's name?
Wings of Fire Academy.